Is the Texas Republican Party staring down the barrel of its own destruction? When two titans of the state GOP turn their fire inward, the collateral damage doesn't just hurt their campaigns, it threatens to hand the keys to the kingdom over to the opposition. Before we continue, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in US politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow and ensures you're always the first to know about these critical political developments. We are watching a political car crash in slow motion. In the final, high-stakes days before the Texas GOP Senate primary runoff, Attorney General Ken Paxton, the MAGA darling bolstered by a massive endorsement from Donald Trump, has made a surprising pivot. He announced he is pulling his negative advertising, claiming he wants to end this race on a positive note to focus on defeating the Democratic nominee, James Tallarico, in the general election. Paxton is essentially signaling that he believes the race is in the bag, and he wants to stop the bleeding within the party. But John Cornyn isn't buying it for a second. In a move that highlights just how toxic this relationship has become, Cornyn has flatly rejected any truce. Instead, he is doubling down. He is actively keeping his own brutal attack ads on the airwaves, digging deep into Paxton's long, complicated trail of personal and political baggage. The context here is vital. This isn't just about a seat, it's about the soul of the party. The Texas GOP is currently a house divided. On one side, you have the Trump-aligned wing led by Paxton, who has faced an impeachment attempt, ethics complaints, and even personal crises regarding his marriage. On the other side, you have the establishment wing represented by figures like Cornyn, who argue that Paxton's baggage makes him unelectable and a massive liability for the party's long-term future. The tension has grown so severe that Texas GOP Chair Abraham George had to intervene, begging both candidates to dial back the rhetoric for the sake of party unity. But the gloves are off. Cornyn's response to Paxton's positive overture was scathing. He didn't just ignore it, he used it as an opportunity to resurface a recent report regarding a plea bargain Paxton allegedly offered to a man facing sexual abuse charges. Cornyn is effectively telling voters that Paxton is running from accountability, and he's using the most explosive material he can find to ensure that voters don't forget the scandals that have dogged the Attorney General for years. So, what does this actually mean for the Texas GOP? The implications are massive. You have a party that is spending millions of dollars to tear itself apart, which is money that could be spent preparing for the general election. Some Republicans are openly terrified that this fighting is going to dampen turnout, demoralize the base, and leave down-ticket candidates vulnerable. There is even talk that the party might have to spend upwards of $100 million in the general election just to bail out the nominee if it turns out to be Paxton, whose baggage might alienate the swing voters necessary to win a statewide race. This matchup has deepened the divide between the MAGA movement and the traditional establishment, and it shows no sign of healing. If Paxton wins the primary, he carries the weight of those scandals into a general election against a Democrat who will be more than happy to amplify every single one of them. If the fighting continues, it's not just a primary contest anymore, it's a potential gift to the opposition. We are witnessing a defining moment for the Texas GOP. Will they unite, or will the judgment day that Cornyn keeps talking about arrive for the entire party in November? The math is getting harder, the stakes are getting higher, and the party establishment is clearly scrambling to prevent a total disaster. So, what do you think about this? Is John Cornyn doing the right thing by holding Paxton accountable, or is he sabotaging his own party's chances in the general election by continuing this vicious feud? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one. This isn't just a local spat, it's a preview of the challenges the Republican Party faces on a national scale as it tries to reconcile its different factions. Stay tuned, because the fallout from this race is going to be felt for a long time to come. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.